Yeah, that's great. Building this global company, it must have been difficult. What were some of the key mistakes that you made while growing it, and what are the lessons that you learned?
One of the most challenging moments of my life was in 2008. That was the first year we made the Inc. 5000 list. And I think we were ranked the 86th fastest growing company of private companies in California at the time. And in that same year, the recession hit, and I was
Ooh.
down about $6,000 a day net every day of the week just from the business model because we were growing on the basis of a business to consumer product where people would fly to LA. And when the recession hit, people couldn't fly to us. They were really struggling to make ends meet. So the biggest challenge was getting over that because by the time I figured out a game plan, I was about $500,000 negative in the red. So what I did is I took a magazine of Delta Airlines. I took every city that was on that map and put up a date next to it. And I emailed our email list, which was pretty large at the time, and I said, hey, I'd like to organize a free event in these cities. You probably live in one of them.
Mhm.
And if you're interested in volunteering, giving me a place to crash, picking me up from the airport, driving me around, or hosting me, send me an email to volunteer. I had 700 people volunteer in the first 24 hours.
Wow.
And then I did that tour, 270 cities, 70 something countries. And at these free events, I also sold some of our products and programs and eliminated all of our debt. It was pretty hardcore, but the lesson I learned from that was that you got to be very careful about growing too fast because when surprise things happen like Corona or recession, if you're not prepared for a backup plan, you're probably going to crumble. And it's really difficult. A lot of pressure, a lot of sacrifices.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
On that topic, how would you compare 2008 to what's currently going on right now, and how are you navigating the market conditions for the future?
Sure. One of the fortunate things that we did between 2008 and now is we went from a company that was all live events to a company that also does web coaching via Zoom. We have mentorship where you could do a 6-week mentoring program with my co-founder, Owen Cook. And then we also have digital video courses, 10, 20-hour courses. We used to launch one of those programs once a month, and we just had new different variations of these programs. And that allowed us to be somewhat prepared for Corona. However, Corona is way beyond what I expected because we had, as you said earlier, so many live events around the world. We had to cancel all of them. And me, having spent most of the last year as a student of various workshops to learn and grow myself, I had to cancel my entire personal calendar as well. And to get around that, we are definitely building a lot of new business lines, new ideas, things that we've never thought about. And I myself have been pulled into some of that strategic thinking all over again. And it's been tough. It's been challenging. I think that it's a very big surprise when I talk to my friends and I hear them shutting down their business
Mhm.
and then giving it, or other friends who are giving us advice about how to build new partnerships with other companies. And we're looking for a lot of that. We're looking for new business lines. We're looking for new coaches, and we're looking for new partners.
Yeah. Do you know Dan Fleischman by chance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Dan.
Yeah, Dan.
I interviewed him here in Vegas.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, Dan has been hosting these elevator nights on Sundays. And what he does is he has this massive Zoom invite, and he gets the top coaches and consultants and speakers in real estate. He has a specific industry focus on each of these elevator nights. So tonight actually is focused on fitness and health, and that's why I'm really interested in joining that one. But last week it was like real estate, and that's what he's been doing. So he's hosting these massive events and inviting these speakers from all over the world, and they can just join in on Zoom. So maybe that's maybe that's one idea that you could implement.
Yeah, definitely. I actually have noticed that on a daily basis, I get invited to do Zoom calls, um, and so many people are using that as their way of counteracting the social distancing that's required by law from all these quarantine laws that are being put upon us. Um, yeah, I think it's great. I've actually done one of these kind of like yoga, Kundalini yoga programs via Zoom as a workshop. And I also did a workshop where we kind of just had our own meditation ceremonies together, just to relax, Vipassana style. Um, in terms of health masterminds and learning from for people in terms of health. Um, right now, the only people that I followed on YouTube would be like Brandon Carter and Greg O'Gallagher, and I'm interested in checking out yours as well. But I'm also I've been attending retreats, like meditation retreats, 2 week stop meditation retreats, or perfect health programs. I know Deepak Chopra has these week-long programs in Carlsbad, California, called Perfect Health, where they have treatments and seminars about your diet and health. You do workout and yoga. I found those also very useful.